Very interesting. Okay. Next slide number. Oh, we are going 68. We will talk about next common cause in our general medical practice, that is CCF, congestive cardiac failure. Also this is called as a cardiac asthma. You must to know type of the topic for examination, for oral, for your practice. Basically, when you talk asthma, it's 95% we are dealing with bronchial asthma, pranavasopasa. But cardiac asthma is related with the heart. Try to understand. One, I don't know whether I have taken that comparative chart of cardiac asthma and bronchial asthma. If not, I will discuss some another time. But cardiac asthma and bronchial asthma, both have breathlessness. Are you getting my point? Breathlessness. In Ayurveda, Shwasa Prichrata. Shwasa Prichrata. Or simply Shwas. Shwas is a breathlessness. Tamaka Shwasa is a bronchial asthma. Ayurvedic students, there are 5 types of the Shwasa. Maha, Urdhva, Chinna, Tamaka and Shuddha Shwasa. Maha, Urdhva, Chinna, Tamaka and Shuddha Shwasa. Now you will write one sentence for me, which is taught to me by my Guru Vaidya Yagodoshi sir. These are not the types of Shwasa Vyadhi. Very interesting. Huh? Although in examination, in oral, written, they are asking you, Shwasa Vyadhiche prakar leun, Tamaka Shwasachi chikitsa liha. Shwasa Vyadhiche prakar leun. Write down the types of Shwasa and describe Tamaka Shwasa in detail. But Yagodoshi told me, my sir, and I also 100% understood that these are not the types of Shwasa Vyadhi. Shwasa Vyadhi is not this all entity. Shwasa is a symptom, breathlessness, dyspnea, difficulty in respiration. And that can be seen in different variety of the problems. Maha, Urdhva, Chinnaga, this type of breathlessness is seen in this corona COVID-19 patients at last stage, emergency, severe breathlessness, ventilator. All these types are the Maha or Urdhva or Chinna Shwasa. Okay? Bronchial asthma, Tamaka Shwasa. What is the pathology? What is the pathology? Constriction of the bronchial tree. Constriction, narrowing, spasm of respiratory bronchial tree. This is the reason for Tamaka Shwasa. But cardiac asthma is basically because of, write down, pulmonary congestion. What you write is not related with the respiratory system. It's related with the lungs, I know. But there is an accumulation of secretions around the alveoli, in the alveoli. And that is called as a pulmonary, are you writing? Congestion, C-O-N-G-E-S-T. I have not written over here. So this is cardiac asthma. Treatment is both different. Okay, there is mainly bronchial asthma, anti-allergic treatment. Bronchodilators are there. But here, to remove the congestion, write down diuretic. Mutrala Aushadanta Vapar, diuretics. Because we want to reduce the congestion. It is not spasm. It is not antispasmodic, or bronchodilators we use. No, we use the diuretics. Of course, symptomatically we reduce the breathlessness. Okay, it includes CCF. It is mainly RVF. I agree. Because of that CCF, that cardiac asthma takes place. But sometimes you must consider also left ventricular failure. Ventricles are more important than atrium, remember. In the practice, ventricles, left and right both, are more important than the atrium. Atria are collecting chambers. Ventricles, pumping chambers, pumping. Left ventricle is pumping blood to the aorta, cardiac output. So, long time hypertension, chronic hypertension makes LVH first. Write down this new word, LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy. And then failure, then LVF. Similarly for right ventricle. What is there first? RVH, right ventricular hypertrophy first, and then failure. My dear friends, I request, there is fantastic 3 or 4 videos about ECG interpretation. Myself, Professor Deshpande, is taking the MD class. ECG, how to read ECG, very easy. You see these videos on YouTube of Professor Deshpande, you will be master in ECG. Don't attend any other seminars. Don't read any book. Don't read any book. I assure you, see my videos 2-3 times, you will be master in ECG. General practice. Okay. Next slide. Symptoms of CCF. I know this is very difficult to read you, but I will read for you. Some, for example, dilated pupils, dyspnea. The main symptom is dyspnea, breathlessness, and even that is at rest. When patient is lying down, there is a orthopnea. This is write down this word, very important. ORTHOP, orthopnea. Cannot breathe unless sitting up. If he lies down on the bed, more breathlessness. But if you give him recumbent, now this head side has been lifted, bed can be lifted like that. And if his position, back position is like this, little bit up from the back, he is sitting like position in the bed, his breathlessness will be reduced, and that is called as a dyspnea, or I'm sorry, orthopnea. ORTHOP, NOEA. Very important. Wheezing and crackles, bubbling sound at the base of lungs. Bubbling sounds at the base of lungs. Remember, that is because of the congestion. That's why I'm telling you. In bronchial asthma, what is that? In bronchial asthma, wheezing sound. You understand? Bronchi, vataja dhvani. Write down. Bronchial asthma, vataja dhvani, bronchi, RHONCHI. In the next line, cardiac asthma, dash, RALS, RALES, RALS, bubbling sounds at the base of the lungs, on the both sides, base of the lungs, with the stethoscope. So this is the difference in bronchial asthma and cardiac asthma. Okay. Blood pressure is decreased because failure. Do you understand? Failure, LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, LVF, failure. So cardiac output no, BP drops down, BP is low. Then because of the congestion in this region, chest region, there may be nausea and vomiting. Very important. Then ascites, most important. Why? Because portal hypertension. Write down, portal hypertension. What happens, okay. I don't know whether you can see me. I will little bit take my chair like this, okay? This is heart. Everything is in action. Left side, this is my left hand, okay? Left ventricle, this is right. What is happening? Right ventricle is having the pulmonary artery, okay, sending the blood to the lungs for purification, and again it is coming back to the left atrium and left ventricle. But here it is a congestion, right ventricle. So above is the right atrium. That congestion will go back. That congestion will be here, superior vena cava, and on the down veins. Because through the veins, little bit action. Huh? Through veins, the blood is coming. So that is a back pressure. The pressure is coming back and like that. Okay. So pressure is on the previous part. So naturally, what is happening? That pressure comes down, and pressure will be on the liver. Try to understand. When pressure is on the liver, because blood from the liver is coming to the inferior vena cava. Write down this word: superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava, the pressure will increase on that big vessels, veins. When liver is congested, blood is coming from the intestines, spleens, mesenteric, portal vein. So there will be pressure on the portal vein. And when portal vein is congested, that peritoneal fluid or other fluid will accumulate in the peritoneum. And that is called, we call it ascites. So ascites is a complication of CCF patient. Ascites is also a complication of liver cirrhosis that we discussed in the jaundice. Here I am talking ascites is a complication of CCF. Okay. Dependent pitting edema, most important. You should not forget it while oral. Pedal edema is the most important. Pedal edema. पावलांवरती सूज येते. एका किंवा दोन्ही पावलांवरती, विशेषतः उजव्या पावलावरती सूज असते. म्हाताऱ्या माणसांच्या मध्ये पहा, सीसीएफच्या पेशंट मध्ये, in the CCF patient, if the edema on the feet increases, it's a danger. If it is increases, it is danger. Write down. So you must check each and every day, weekly. Patient comes to you, your relatives are there. CCF patient. What you will see? Two things. One is increase in the weight, because edema starts. Edema. सूज येते, शोथ. And because of the edema, weight increases. So CCF patient, if weight is increasing, pedal edema is increasing, that means one day he will get severe breathlessness, will have to admit in the CCU or ICU. Is it clear? Next, anxiety. Because of the congestion in the brain, anxiety will be there. Following O2 saturation. O2 will be more. Confusion will be there. This is the most important. Brain will not work properly. It's congested. All edema is there. Cerebral edema. Remember, confusion. Jugular vein distension. Jugular, here. Can you see cursor? Jugular vein distension. As BP is low, blood is not properly moving all over the body. What is that? Fatigue. Not proper blood supply. So naturally fatigue will be there. Okay. Tachycardia. Then gallop rhythm. Tak 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 tak. Love dup tuck. Love dup tuck. Right now. Love dup tuck. Gallop rhythm. Triple sounds. That is called as a gallop. GALLOP. Gallop rhythm is a typical feature of CCF, congestive cardiac failure. Enlarged spleen and liver, as I have told you, back pressure is there. Hepatomegaly, splenomegaly, splenomegaly by sonography of the abdomen. You can detect it. Decreased urine output, very important. This is a grave sign. This is a danger sign. You must inquire about urine output. आजोबा, तुम्हाला लघवीला साफ होते का? घरचा मुलगा घेऊन आला असेल, अरे बाबा, त्या बाबांना लघवीला चांगली होते का? दररोज जातात का लघवीला? माहिती का तुला काही? You must ask about urine output. Because of the urine, congestion will be reduced and patient will be at least okay. Otherwise, CCU. Then weak pulse and cool and moist skin is because of the sympathetic stimulation. So all these are the clinical features or symptoms or signs of CCF. Here, symptoms of CCF, slide number next, that is 70 number slide. You note this 70 number. coughing is there, pleural effusion. Pleural effusion, sometimes the patient is a complication. This is a complication of CCF, pleural effusion. Pleural effusion, 99%, not in this patient, tuberculosis. But very rarely, if uncontrolled CCF is there, the patient may land into pleural effusion. Here you can see ascites, tiredness, shortness of breath, shwasakrichhrata, pulmonary edema. Pulmonary congestion, write down this word, pulmonary congestion is equal to pulmonary edema. Pulmonary congestion is equal to pulmonary edema. Pumping action of the heart grows weaker, so cardiac output will be less. Slide number 70 finish. Slide number 71, right? No, slide number 71. Okay. Then treatment at a GP level. Usually, when there is orthopnea, severe orthopnea, patient cannot lie down. Huge pedal edema. Patient is severe breathless, severe drowsy. Admit. No, you cannot treat him. You cannot. After admission, after 8 days, again patient is normal to back a little bit, sent to home. Then GP can do follow-up of CCF. Write down follow-up. Not, I am not talking about acute treatment. Follow-up of the CCF. Number one, ask your patient to take the bed rest, because already he has a less cardiac output, breathlessness is there, tiredness is there, he cannot move a lot. So bed rest or little bit rest in the chair is very essential. To reduce the congestion, edema, shoth, salt-free diet. We have seen already in the hypertension. Salt. What is salt? NaCl. So what does it do? Hygroscopic action, and so edema will increase, BP will increase. Fluid intake is also restricted. Fluid intake, because there is a show edema. Within 1 minute, the video will close. Don't worry. We will continue from slide number 72 next time. Right now, slide number 72 for the next. Within 1 minute, we are stopping automatically. Don't worry. So fluid intake is restricted, and then injection Lasix. Here I will suggest you that patient is asked to drink the warm water according to Ayurveda. Warm water is removing the congestion. And whenever he is thirsty, he must take the warm water, or you can say the medicated water. Medicated water. Right now, medicated water. We will talk afterwards. Injection Lasix to reduce the edema is a diuretic, 40 milligram stat, and tablet Lasix afterwards. First day you give the injection, and then for follow-up, CCF, congestive cardiac failure. My dear friends, you may be remembering that I have started my lecture regarding the chief complaint about the cardiovascular system, that is chest pain, and especially acute chest pain. And I have specifically mentioned that each and every acute chest pain should be considered as a cardiac. It should be related with cardiac unless and until proved otherwise. That means if you say it is not respiratory, it is not gastrointestinal, you have blocked everything, but before that, you must keep your mind that yes, this patient maybe have some cardiac element. And that we discussed about the angina pectoris, then myocardial infarction, then we carried forward our lectures regarding the hypertension, then palpitation, and lastly we have come across this congestive cardiac failure. I think most of you can remember this previous PPT. I'm just opening. We have discussed a lot about how the back pressure is coming on the inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, and that's why there is a pedal edema and also engorgement of the neck veins here. Okay. Now we will try to see the management, treatment, especially at the GP level. Try to understand there are two conditions of congestive cardiac failure. One is called as an acute attack of CCF or acute exacerbation. I can say exacerbation of CCF. Those who want to write down this word. Always is like a Vegavastha and Avegavastha in Ayurveda, up and down. So whenever the CCF patient, congestion is too much in the lungs, in the heart, on the legs, in the brain, then that is a cardiac asthma. I have already explained about it. Cardiac asthma is nothing but the pulmonary edema, pulmonary congestion, and that is acute. The patient has to be admitted, that is emergency. But then after recovering, getting relief from the cardiac asthma, the patient is sent back to the house, and general practitioner is expected, family physician is expected to check this particular patient every weekly or fortnightly. Okay, so you advise the patient that bed rest is mandatory, of course during the attack, especially I'm talking about cardiac asthma. Then salt free diet, because salt is a hygroscopic, so it will increase the congestion, it will increase the cardiac asthma, it will increase the pedal edema, it will increase the cerebral edema. Shoth in Ayurveda, edema in modern science. Okay, so there should be salt-free diet. Even the patient is brought to the home. Then fluid intake is also a little bit restricted. Unless and until he is really thirsty, the patient should try to avoid the water, because there is a lot of misconception in the mind of the people that if I drink a lot of water, that my whole system will be cleaned, and that water will be clean my kidneys and I will be all right. But especially, Ayurveda has also mentioned the same thing. There is a restriction or contraindication for jala sevana. So Shotha edema is one of the contraindication where the patient should restrict. I am not saying he should stop water drinking, but I am saying restriction. What is meant by restriction? Ayurveda has the clear answer. Whenever you get a natural sensation of thirst, trishna, Sanskrit word is trishna. If you feel really thirsty, then drink a warm water. What will be the better according to Ayurveda? Ask the patient to drink the warm water. So as per the necessary, only he will take. Okay. Then to reduce the edema, mutrala aushadha in Ayurveda. Mutrala, which will increase the urine output. It's called as a diuretic, and one of the very famous is injection Lasix and at the same time tablet Lasix. To begin with, give the 40 milligram stat on the first day, and from the next day give the tablet 40 milligram in the morning and 40 milligram in the evening. My dear friends, you may be remembering that I have told you that Lasix with the urine, with the water output, there may be loss of potassium ions. And too much potassium loss is not good for the heart, because it will arrest, it will give the cardiac arrest. Our heart will stop pumping. So what we should add, whenever you are using, especially modern Lasix, the trend is that Kesol is a potassium supplement. Kesol is called as a potassium supplement. It should be given is a liquid. 1 teaspoon of Kesol liquid with the 1 glass of water, and drink that water 3 times in a day. TDS is 3 times in a day. But now, I think there is a printing mistake. I will correct that. It's called as a potassium sparing, sparing. Can you see? I have corrected, and I will also save that thing. Okay. So potassium sparing diuretics. What does it mean? The following 2 drugs are diuretics, but they will not lost the potassium ions like the Lasix. So it is called as a potassium sparing. I will give you another word. Potassium saving diuretics. Potassium saving. It will not make a loss of potassium ions. So what are those? Tablet Amifru, 1 milligram, 1 tablet OD, or tablet Lacilactone, 1 tablet OD. OD means once in a day. Only once in a day. And this is or. Either you give Amifru or Lacilactone. So this is a symptomatic management of the pedal edema or the congestion. Then for the heart, now because of the failure, congestive cardiac failure, do you understand the word? Fail. What is failing? Heart functioning is failing. I have already explained you what is LVH, left ventricular hypertrophy, and then LVF, failure. Similarly, for the right side, RVH, right ventricular hypertrophy, and then afterwards RVF, right ventricular failure. So we want that heart functioning should not fail down immediately or coming near. We want to prolong, the degeneration of the heart. And that's why this is cardiac tonic according to the modern medicine. What is the name of the cardiac tonic or the heart tonic? Tablet lanoxin. Write down. LANOXin. Lanoxin, 0.25 milligram, one tablet OD, only once in a day for 6 days. And Sundays off. Very interesting. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one tablet of lanoxin. But Sunday, it should not be given. There is a break. Again, start on the Monday. Recycle. Why? Because, write down that word. I have not written here. Lanoxin or digitalis. It has cumulative toxicity. Please write down. Digitalis. This is lanoxin is a trade name. What is the generic name? Digitalis. Digitalis. Digitalis has cumulative toxicity. That means if you go on giving continuously, it will give the side effects to the heart. That's why we want to break the continuous giving tablet. So Sunday tablet should not be given. Again, start from the Monday. So it is called as a Sunday of tablet by joke. Sunday of tablet. It will be helpful for your viva or the oral. That is a very great impression on the examiner. And you must answer why I am giving Sunday off. Because digitalis has cumulative, cumulative, cumulative toxicity. What does it mean? If you add, it will show the effects afterwards. I will give the parallel example of Ayurveda. Whenever you take any viruddha ahara, viruddha anna, incompatible food, for example, it is not related with the CCF. In general, I am telling you, banana and milk. Do you understand? Banana and milk. According to Ayurveda, any fruit and milk should not be mixed and taken together. That is called as a incompatible food. And if the by chance person has a tendency or habit of taking this incompatible food for years together, I am taking this for many years. I don't know Shikrana in Marathi. Then one day the person may suffer from any skin disease like psoriasis. You take the history of any skin disease, they have the history of viruddha ahara. And that viruddha ahara causes cumulative toxicity. Suppose I eat today in the lunch banana and milk. Tomorrow I will not get any skin disease. Remember, no. If I take every day shikrana, banana and milk together for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, then one day I will land into the skin problem. Similarly, I am talking about digitalis. Now next, I think I must add one line over here. That is, it should be. Following line is for cardiac asthma. Write down. I am typing this. You also write down. Following next line, I will take up. Okay. Now here, I will just make an enter. Online corrections. Cardiac asthma. I already explained you. Pulmonary congestion. Patient is breathless. Orthopnea. Patient has to sit upright. Then only he will be relieved. Not on the lying down position. He cannot lie down. There, you must give some symptomatic treatment to reduce the breathlessness. Dyspnea, that is injection aminophylline. Injection, write down, injection aminophylline 10 ml diluted in 20 ml of 25% dextrose. Aminophylline is always diluted. In which? Dextrose. In the injection dextrose. And then, most important thing, you should not forget, aminophylline should be given very, very, very slowly. Aminophylline is the drug of choice in cardiac asthma to reduce the breathlessness. But number one, aminophylline should be diluted. And number two, it should be given very slowly. Otherwise, again, arrhythmia. Try to understand. So here I can make a little bit red if possible. I will try to make these lines. I don't know how I can make. Anyway, yeah, here I can. Okay, this has been become red. Okay, so very, very slow. You have to give aminophylline. Next, we will go further. I think 73. Now we will go further. Congestive cardiac heart failure or heart cardiac failure. This is the normal heart, and here you can see hypertrophy is there. These are the muscles. Okay, these has over hypertrophy, and that's why there is a failure. Next, so in CCF, as I have told you, why left ventricular hypertrophy? Why? Try to understand. CCF can occur with the two reasons. Number one, right ventricular failure, and also because of the left ventricular failure. Left ventricular failure gives the pressure to the lungs. Lungs will give the pressure to the right atrium. Okay, sorry, right ventricle. Because pulmonary artery is coming from there. So it's simple. One word you should write: back pressure. Back pressure. CCF is pathologically only one word: back pressure, and second word: congestion. Back pressure, congestion. Back pressure, congestion. Please write down: back pressure, congestion. And at home you draw the figures. Okay. So left ventricular hypertrophy because of the chronic hypertension. That's why I have given the drug for controlling the blood pressure, hypertension. Tablet Enam, 2.5 milligram, 2 times in a day. Okay, tablet Enam, that is Enalapril. Enalapril is a generic name, tablet Enam is a brand name. Then, if at all there is an infection, patient starts because of the pulmonary lungs tissues is become congested with the blood. So whenever there is obstruction, whenever there is a congestion, chances of bacteria is coming there. Chances of bacteria will attack on that congestion. कचरा साठला की कसं होतं, मराठीमध्ये सांगतो मी. कचरा साठला की काय होतं, दुर्गंधी येते, माशा येतात, चिलटे येतात, आळ्या होतात, कचरा, डेब्रिस. So its congestion is similar. So there is a chances of cough with expectoration, yellow expectoration. So we have to use the amoxicillin capsule, Ampiclox. There is both ampicillin, write down, plus cloxacillin. Okay. So this is, I'm sorry, I think there is a printing mistake. I should correct it. I'm sorry for that matter. Here I will add one more zero. Okay. This is 500 milligram TDS. I am sorry. 500 milligram 3 times in a day. Ampiclox. Ampiclox is an antibiotic. Ampicillin plus cloxacillin. Gram positive bacteria, gram negative bacteria. Okay. If still there is no control for the breathlessness, then you must again admit the patient to the hospital if you are not admitted before. Okay. So this is the case when the breathlessness is not under control, you must admit the patient. Next. Here you can see increase in the heart size. Can you see this line? In the CCF, congestive cardiac failure, this is the X-ray of the patient. We are not bothering about lung. We are bothering about the shape of heart. That can be seen in the X-ray chest PA view. X-ray chest PA view, that will give you the how much cardiomegaly. Cardiomegaly in CCF. Left ventricle is enlarged, right ventricle is enlarged, so total size has been increased. Can you see here? Okay.